before.
I wonder what's inside your butthole. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, today on The Brutal Truth, we have two very, very special guests. This was not easy to get these guys out of their quarantine, out of their homes. These are some really good friends of mine, and they are the top basketball players at Export in Niles.
Oh, God, no.
And they are Export superstars. Their names are Mike and George.
For the record, I just met him outside.
Yeah.
Welcome to the shows, guys. What's up?
What's going on?
So, I brought you guys here today because I really wanted to get into basketball and the documentary series that's on ESPN called The Last Dance. Now, as you guys know, I tried to play basketball for a few months about 3 years ago.
It was basically the fastest retirement. It was like 3 months. You played for like 3 months. You bought shoes.
Yeah.
You even called me and asked me, you're like, who's John Wall? And I'm like, that's a basketball player.
Yeah.
Almost caused the biggest brawl at Export ever.
So anyway, I tried to play basketball, and it was a disaster because I never played growing up. But, that's how I met you guys. You guys were, at my gym, and you guys were playing ball all the time. And I wanted to get into it, and I tried. It was the hardest sport I've ever played in my life. And I thought, there's just no other sport that I think really works your body like basketball.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
What do you think?
Sex is pretty much the same thing.
Sex?
Yeah.
No, not really. Not at all, really. You don't hurt your knees during sex. So everyone, and all the basketball players,
you do.
When you can go 5 times in a row.
Yeah. Unless you're on your knees.
So
no, I'd say swimming is probably
no way.
Swimming will work every muscle in your body. You could swim.
No, that's a good exercise.
You could swim for about half an hour. It'll feel like you played ball for 5 hours.
Don't forget
It's
Michael
crazy.
Phelps. Michael Phelps ate about 10,000 calories.
Listen, swimming is hard.
It shreds you.
But basketball, you're pounding your legs on the on the ground, and everybody in basketball has like knee injuries.
So basically, basketball is all about the knees. So is football.
But it's also like it's competitive. It's high contact.
Yeah.
So you're really bumping into people. I was surprised how many moves you have to turn, you have to pivot, you have to jump, you have to. No, I'm serious, man.
I know. It just sounds funny.
Wait, are you talking about the abuse your body takes, or are you talking about the workout compared to other sports?
Everything. I think it's one of the highest impact sports you could possibly do. Period.
Ooh,
you're sprinting.
You're forgetting about football. Come on.
Dude, football, you're wearing pads. You
doesn't
play
matter.
For 2
you're
seconds.
crashing into people.
No. He probably means aside from football, because that's probably the most brutal sport out there.
Yeah.
But as far as exercising, running, what you do to your body, basketball, it's great for exercise and endurance, but then you pay a heavy price for it.
Yeah.
You can really mess up your ankles, your knees.
How about Jordan when they're interviewing him now? What's up with his finger?
The amount of basketball Michael Jordan's played, he's played every day, all day for 30, 40 years of his life,
Right, yeah.
And he should have a lot more, but at this point, I've probably broken every finger in both, in each hand, yeah.
I don't see any evidence of that.
This one's like a little crooked there.
That's just that you were born
just because
like
they're broken doesn't mean they didn't, that they're jacked up. They've healed.
That is not good.
No.
So, but you don't have problems with your knees or your legs?
Well, not yet. If I don't roll out my, I have to roll out my legs.
So anyway, that's what, obviously basketball is a big passion of your guys. And when I played the sport, it made me more interested in it. I got more, I'm serious.
I know, it's just funny.
Why is he laughing?
because you're like, hey, I'm interested. So you came in for those 3 months.
When I started watching it after having played it for those 6 months or whatever.
3 months.
3
Come
months.
on. Relax.
I think it was
Yeah, but
6.
you're more of a music guy, artistic guy than an athlete.
Right.
Right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I was always pretty athletic.
No, I don't mean just being athletic.
Right.
I'm talking about being into sports.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You were always
no.
more into...
Yeah, I was into music. I was totally
Yeah.
a music guy. And actually, I remember when I was younger and everyone had the Michael Jordan posters in their rooms.
Yeah.
And then Prince came out, and I was a Prince fan. and I never
so it just turned right there. If you
You
just
went from MJ to Prince.
kept
Dude,
that, see, if you kept that Jordan poster long enough, you would have been playing ball with us.
Yeah.
But you went towards the Prince.
Yeah, when Doves Cry came out, and I was like, holy shit, what is this?
Okay.
And
that explains everything.
Yeah, and I went towards music. But anyway, so now I got so appreciative of basketball. And now when I watch them, I'm just like, these guys are the best, athletes in the world. And, you know, they truly are just like specimens, you know what I mean? Like what they can, you know, their bodies, they're amazing. Like, and now watching this documentary, The Last Dance, it's so cool to see these guys and Rodman, how strong Rodman was, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
He would just,
Fearless, too.
yeah. And he would just power through everything and get all those rebounds.
He's the only guy that could guard Shaq.
Oh,
He was
really?
brave enough to just go straight up at him and, you know,
Yeah.
make him crazy and aggravate him. I mean, obviously you can't stop Shaq completely, but
Yeah.
he did the best job of just getting his head, aggravating him.
Yeah.
You know, when someone, this is what I learned from playing ball, like the worst people to guard are the people that just won't stop and won't give up. And that's how Rodman was. He just would not quit. He would just go at you and at you and at you, and you couldn't break him down, wear him down. And then after a while, you know, you give up instead of him.
That's actually crazy that you said that. So basically, he did all that, and then this documentary actually told everyone that he actually partied on top of all that. So imagine how much energy he had. Plus, he partied.
He didn't sleep either.
No sleep.
I heard Billy Corgan talking about partying with him, and Billy had to take a break, and like this guy would be out. This guy would be out all night for I think 2 or 3 days.
Oh yeah.
You know,
he
in a row.
told Jordan that day.
When you're at that
Yeah.
level, it's impressive to see what you can do without sleep
Yeah.
and drinking and doing drugs. It's like incredible that these guys can go out and perform.
Well, they're in their early 20s, right? I mean, like 25.
Yeah.
Their bodies are in the top shape of their life.
Well, I have a question for you with music, though.
Yeah.
I always wanted to know, how do these rock stars, how are they coked out of their minds or doing heroin and drunk? How
Okay.
can they get on stage and play the guitar and
Okay.
sing and not mess up
First
and
of
like
all,
it's nothing?
First of all, their sets are not super long. You know what I mean? Their sets, they have openers. Their set might be 45 minutes to an hour. So it's really not a super long time that they're out there on stage. I think really the hardest thing would be for the singer, okay, because he's
Yeah.
actually using his voice.
Right.
You know, and the drummer. The drummer's a very physical, you know, player in a rock band.
Dude, being on drugs helps. I bet you.
Yeah, it can.
But
it,
wait, I
it
think
can
I had
help
it-
sometimes, but I think they do wear down for sure after touring all over the world. I think I've heard interviews with like the guys from Blink 182, and
Yeah.
they said they don't like, you know, he said it's just really hard on your body touring because you're flying all the time
Yeah.
and you're constantly acclimating to different climates and, you know, going all over the world. That's the hardest part, I think. Would
Like,
be.
you mean with sleep or like
Yeah,
with
sleep,
allergies and like
Sleep,
in different
colds,
environments?
yeah, all different environments, different weather, different foods, and you know, actually, I don't know if you know this, but when you travel to a new place,
Mm-hmm.
if it's a really foreign food, you'll probably get sick.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, they have like they have little small, you know, bacteria and stuff that we're not used to.
Yeah.
So every time he would go to a place, he would get sick, but the next time he would go there, he wouldn't be sick.
Be immune.
Do you know what I
Okay,
mean?
yeah.
Yeah, you build up like
Antibodies.
So with the music, so if you're playing guitar or bass, whatever, if you kind of mess up, the rest of the music can kind of,
Yeah.
like you don't really notice it.
Yeah.
But if you're singing, you could obviously.
Actually, you know what they're doing now?
Hmm.
They're doing all backing tracks. We're losing Mike though. I think he's not interested in this. But
I'm listening. What do you want me to do?
but now they do all backing tracks,
Oh,
which means they
that's
have.
so exciting. Backing tracks.
well, I mean, it's kind of
What is it? What is
it's
it?
Fugazi.
Oh,
it's
drugs, backing.
it's like they play the actual music sometimes, not the real bands that are actually playing it live, but like some a lot of the country artists, they're playing the music from the record behind them. They're just faking it.
Oh, like lip syncing.
Yeah, they're lip
Oh, they're
syncing.
lip.
Oh,
really?
that never happens. Yeah.
No, but I mean, like all the music, everything's lip
That's crazy.
sync except
No
for like the
kidding.
main vocal, maybe the main vocal. Yeah,
And people can't tell, like that are paying.
they don't care,
They don't
dude. They
care.
want it to sound good.
They just want to have a good time.
yeah, they're not
Basketball.
like oh, the guitar player's not really playing it. Like they don't care, you know.
Hey, really quick, can we go back to basketball?
Yeah. All right, back to basketball.
I appreciate that.
All right. So what did you guys? I know you guys were excited about this doc. What did you guys learn from it?
Go ahead, George.
I
What did
mean,
you learn? You can. We'll do one topic at a time. You don't have to say.
I learned a lot. I didn't know Pippen didn't play almost half the year in '98.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I-
crazy. I don't remember that. Either.
I don't remember that, and he still had a great record. I think they only lost like 20 games. They were like 62-20 or something like that,
And how close he was to getting cut.
and traded. And I mean, yeah, and like I know Jordan like called him selfish or whatever, but what the only I agreed with Jordan on that because if you sign a contract, okay, because you're
Yeah.
worried you're going to get hurt and you got to take care of your family,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's fine if you want to do that. But if you sign the contract because you're getting something out of it that's important to you, you got to honor that contract.
Yeah.
And you got to play it and not kill your team for it when you're in a championship run and you have the greatest player of all time.
But he was great too. That's the thing. They didn't value him. They should have done something.
No, I totally agree. Now, if I was Michael Jordan, I would have been like, take half my endorsement money this year if you want.
Tricky.
I don't care. I'll do anything.
That guy was the man. You could tell when Jordan wasn't playing what happened. I mean, I'm sorry, when Pippen wasn't playing, what happened. Jordan couldn't do it all.
Of course, yeah.
Right, they struggled in the
but
beginning.
it was an interesting, that was a real interesting point, because the owner can't go back and renegotiate.
He even warned him.
Yeah, he warned him before he signed it.
No, he can do that. The owner can do whatever he wants.
He can, but then he's setting a precedent for all the other players.
Right, but think about it.
And then you just have chaos.
I know, but Ange, you have the greatest player, and you have the greatest team. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So no, I understand what you're saying, but
you know what I mean. Those are special situations.
So you think they should have bumped him the last 2 years?
Well, what would you do? You own a team.
Yeah.
You own a team. You have the greatest player, in my opinion, to ever play a sport in history. Right. You have that guy for a few more years in his prime. Right.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Are you going to risk messing it up, or are you going to be like, what does it take to get these championships and make it happen?
Right.
What do you got to do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This guy, I believe Reinsdorf found a guy in Krause that's just going to be the fall guy, the scapegoat, whatever. Like, it's what I want. Let's blame him. He'll be the guy. Just take all the blame, and then I'll look okay. You know what I mean?
So you think Reinsdorf was kind of the guy?
He was letting that guy fall,
right.
Jerry.
Yeah.
Right.
But dude, that guy was nuts too. They won 5 titles in 7 years, and he was rushing to blow it up.
Right.
For what reason?
You know what? No, he wanted to. Okay, his job was to attract talent, and he thought
jealousy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let me finish. He, I think, the players were so good. His job was kind of worthless after those 5 or 7 years. He really didn't need to shuffle the team around, and that was his whole job, was to hire and fire, right?
Yep.
And to find new talent. And he even, what was crazy was when he went to vet Kukoc.
Oh yeah.
Oh, in Europe?
Then they played Kukoc, and they
couldn't get to him, so they knew they can get to him by D'ing the shit out of Kukoc and showing that he can't do nothing against us. He can't play with us.
In that Europe, what was that? Like a European? What was that? The Olympics?
Yeah, the Olympics.
That was the dream team playing
but
playing Croatia.
Oh, okay, right.
Well, so people know what Olympics we're talking about. We're talking about the dream team in '92.
Yeah,
they're playing Croatia. He was like the Michael Jordan of Europe. Yeah, and Krause was like, made it seem like, oh, this is the new guy.
Yeah,
I'll throw you guys out when soon. I'll get this guy. And they're like, this guy, he's not anywhere near our level. Like,
but also Krause, as a team, managing the players on the team, you also have to have leverage. He is kind of smart in that way. You have to have guys in the waiting and say, like, look, because
making you work.
Yeah,
well,
exactly. It's just like when you go to get a bid for a contractor for a house. Mm-hmm. You don't get one bid. You get 3 bids and then have them compete. And then you say, well, I'm going to go with this guy. If you're not going to perform, Well,
what Phil Jackson, it's good you said that, because what Phil Jackson was great at was finding ways to motivate and unite people. So he would just look around, what is going on? Let me use this. You know what I mean? So he used Krause in such a great way.
Yeah.
He was the evil one, the bad guy. And he just united this team so much and so well. And then he used Kukoc, and he would just find whatever he could. Because at that level, when you're so good and you're winning so much, I mean, you just broke the record in 172 games. How do you keep motivating a team after they've already got they had 5 championships at that point or whatever? How do you keep it going when you've just done everything? You've got every record, everything.
Yeah. So how many championships did they have before he retired, which is coming up now this Sunday?
3.
They had 3.
Yeah,
and then he
first
retired.
3-peat, yeah.
Okay. Oh, and then he retired for
like
18 months or something?
Something like that,
he came in the last, end of the last.
Yeah, like 18 games left in the season. He came back and led him into the playoffs, but he just wasn't back yet fully. And the team wasn't gelled and united yet, because they also had gotten rid of like Horace Grant, and they had like other players come in, whatever. So they didn't have that team chemistry yet, because he just came back too late.
They missed 1 year, and then the second year.
He came back in like the middle of March, I believe.
But then the second year they went to
the playoffs.
So wait, how many championships did they miss between the 2-3?
So he retired in '93.
They just missed 1.
Oh, just 1 year, 1 championship.
Yeah.
No, they missed 2.
They missed 2 championships?
They didn't because the Rockets went. So this is what happened. He retired in.
Oh, yeah, that's
he
right.
retired in '93.
When he came back, they lost.
Yeah, the 92-93 season is the last year of the first three-peat. 93-94, he didn't play the whole year, and that's when the Houston Rockets won their first championship. Okay, then at 94-95,
Orlando.
he comes back with 18 games left in the season in the middle of March, whatever it was, and then they go to the playoffs and they make it far, and they play Orlando. I believe was that the championship. I mean the Eastern Conference Championship.
Yeah, before the finals.
And Orlando beats them, and that's when Horace Grant had joined the Orlando Magic, and they carried him on their shoulders, and they really stuck it to Jordan, you know.
Wow.
And he was so pissed. So the next that summer, he was filming Space Jam that summer.
Yeah.
And they built that studio, let him build this huge. They called it the Jordan Dome. It was this huge basketball court, and he invited the best players in the world, you know, obviously mostly NBA players, to come and help him because he was so embarrassed, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
can you imagine if like you're on one of the other teams and then Jordan retires, how happy you would be?
Right. He stopped so many people. Right.
New York celebrated.
Yeah.
Right.
You got a chance at the
they
championship.
they beat Pippen's team in 94, 93, 94 when Pippen, you know, Jordan left. Pippen was the main guy. They beat them to go to the finals, but then Houston beat them.
Yeah. So Mike, you were telling me when you were younger, you used to play basketball, and then you'd come home and watch the games. It was like your life, right? During that, what season?
That's all it was. I mean, 91 to 90 till 96, 97, 98. It was just basketball.
Yeah.
Playground, sweat, dirty, don't even take a shower. You go home, you flip the channel, you'd be watching, and you know it's super famous when your mom is telling you to shut the fuck up so she could watch the game.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know,
really?
That's when you know how important Michael Jordan was.
Yeah.
I'll tell you how important he was.
Assyrians love Michael Jordan. Is that true?
Michael Jordan is number 1. They know like these names: Michael Jordan, the Pippen, and the Scotty Kukoc.
Scotty.
No, but I'll tell you.
That doesn't make sense at all.
This is why I knew how big Jordan was. In when he retired in '93, I was in junior high, and they stopped class, and it was like Wilmette Junior High. Okay, just some little city Wilmette in Chicago, whatever suburbs. They stopped class, bring in not the whole school together. They just each class. They stopped each class, brought in a TV. And we watched him retire. Instead of,
they did that with OJ and that.
Right. I was like,
I remember the OJ.
It was like the whole world like stopped. We're just like, oh my god, like the whole world, like everyone's like,
That's
what do we
so
do
crazy.
now? Because that's all we knew as
just for
kids.
Retiring from a sport.
Because people lost their jobs, like thousands of people. Bill Clinton said, if Jordan comes back, we gain more jobs.
Yeah.
Amazing.
He was a huge. I know. He was the biggest superstar. I mean,
biggest
one.
You have
ever.
a man crush on him, don't you, George? A little bit.
You can't. Don't bring that up right now because he'll start talking about it. It's gonna get really weird.
Listen, him and I was telling Mike earlier. I think him and oh my god, I just blanked.
It's okay.
Who's
when
the
you think
younger
of
kid?
men, you blank out.
No, who's the younger kid that was like his little brother?
Kobe.
How do you not remember Kobe?
I know.
God,
It just slipped my mind. But they're like the coolest guys. I just love their temperament. I love how cool they are, and
like us.
Yeah,
you know.
Like I mean, I thought I was not like us.
No.
They're totally cool. They're like everybody looks up to them, and they could be total jagoffs, right? They could be total party boys, but they weren't. They were so down to earth and like had you know. I mean, I just feel like they were really good guys. I don't know. You could just kind of feel it out. Yeah. Even I just watched something from 3 months ago when Jordan they were promoting something for 2020 in Europe about Paris. Did you see that? Mm-mm. The NBA was going to do something in Paris 3 months ago before this crisis happened. Mm-hmm. And someone asked him about LeBron. He's like, LeBron who? Oh, LeBron James. Yeah, he's a great. But Jordan was just so classy, you know? He's such a class act.
But see, the problem is that the social media wasn't as what it was back then than it is today.
I mean, he's a competitor. He'll take your head off.
What I was going to tell you, why I love Jordan so much, is that he's the one player that you can't break his will.
Yeah,
you can beat him, you can do whatever you want to him, take everything away. He will not stop until he wins. Relentless. And the only person that I've ever seen come close to that is like Tom Brady.
Really?
You know, Tom Brady, when he was down in the Super Bowl 28-0 in like the middle or end of the third quarter. I mean, how many people could get their team when they're left for dead? Okay, to be like, no, you got me, we're good.
Yeah,
Like, I will. You follow me, I will lead you.
That's a leader.
Okay,
man.
that is
a leader.
Everything had to go. He had to do everything perfect. It was incredible. But I've only seen it in Jordan and Brady.
Dude, it is, man.
It's true. No, I wanted to add to what George said.
lead
I
by
want to add
example.
what George said. There was a commentator that said, he goes, you can break Jordan's leg, his arms, you could twist them, you could give him whatever he said. He says you got to pull his heart out in order to beat Jordan.
Right.
Holy shit.
His heart can't be beating. That's the only way you can beat him.
The only way.
Yeah.
That's insane.
He won't
dude.
stop.
Yeah, that's one thing I learned from the series. I had no idea that he was like, I mean, I thought he was a great player. I didn't know how competitive he was.
Yeah.
I
He
had no idea.
They were winning and he was complaining and yelling at the players.
Like John Starks, they interviewed him, and I think he was the one that said, he was the one that was saying that about he's the toughest guy I ever played against. He's like, because no matter what we tried, he's like, every other player has a breaking point. We knew we were the tough guys, kind of like the Pistons, the Knicks, right? They're very similar. He's like, there were guys we knew what limit we could break them at. Okay, we just had to get there. He's like, he frustrated us and killed us because we couldn't find that. He didn't have that break. We tried and we tried and we tried. Could not find it, and it wasn't there.
Unbelievable.
No matter what we did,
Yeah.
we couldn't do it. And he's like, that's why we hated him, but we got respect for him.
Yeah.
That was crazy. By the way, we're not 6 feet apart. We're like, I think 3 feet.
Well, I checked with you guys if you
I know,
were
but
quarantined.
you're the host, and you're supposed to make sure we're safe here, and I don't feel safe.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Going to phase 3.
I don't even know the 6-phase plan. Is it 6 phases or 5? 5 phases?
There's 20 phases.
Yeah.
We're on phase 7.
We what do you guys, should we talk a little bit about this?
What about what?
How fucking everything's changed? Like restaurants are fucked.
Yes, there's a virus out there.
Oh,
One
there
more
is?
thing about the Bulls before we go.
Oh shit.
Do you remember when
We can keep talking about the Bulls.
before Michael Jordan got his help, they were talking about the 80s Bulls, that they put down the 80s Bulls, all they did was party.
Yeah.
The traveling cocaine circus?
The
Is that
traveling
what it was?
cocaine circus.
That was
the
funny.
best.
I didn't know that. That was
Jordan
funny.
was such a nerd.
Dude,
he didn't get.
You think he didn't go? You don't.
Yeah.
He,
He was.
he knocked on a door and he said, "I'm not going." Dude, the guy went in there, got probably more hookers and cocaine than anybody else. But I guess I believe him.
He was focused, dude, since day one, since a kid. I mean, he wasn't tempted by that at all. I never had that kind of focus. I would get distracted. Like,
remember, he said he had a competition problem. A competitor. Was that what it said?
Yeah.
That's why he loved gambling.
They said the difference between him and this is the difference between him and Kobe. Kobe was a crazy competitor on the court, but then off the court he wasn't.
Yeah.
Jordan couldn't stop. I mean,
remember?
He'd find any way to gamble or compete against anything.
Oh, they're talking about the card game on the plane?
But forget about that. What about when he's like he's gambling with like the security guards?
The quarters.
No,
quarters.
Listen. He could listen. He'd be on the.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
Like
he'd be on the plane taking people's money with cards, and then he couldn't. As soon as he got off the plane, he had to bet against whose bag was going to come out first.
Come on.
Yeah, so he had. It was like every second he had to find something. Like,
and golf was like. It seemed like golf was like. Was that like his relaxing?
Relaxing. He was betting like crazy.
Yeah, I know, but
no, it was because he could get away from the media and people.
Right.
Yeah,
he liked the peace of it.
Yeah,
and that's
right. You could relax.
The incidents on the plane was he was gambling with his buddies that had money.
Yeah.
Then he would go to the front when people were like broke, and he's like, "Let me get on this." He's like, "Dude, we're playing for dollars. Leave us alone."
He wanted to win
because he took all the money from people in the back
just
of the
wanted
plane.
to beat him.
Now he needed to go, find the next person. Like,
yeah.
Thank God for Jordan.
So I'm really excited about the series kind of finishing up.
You're excited? Why would you be excited for it to be over?
I'm excited to keep seeing.
I wanted to keep going.
I know. Well, that's what everyone's saying.
Dude, they could make a Netflix series.
Oh my God, it could go on.
It could be like each year he played could be a season.
Guys,
you know what I mean? Like there's so much going on.
LeBron can't take any more than this.
No more.
After 2, he's going crazy. He needs this to end.
Oh man, I hate hearing that LeBron thing all the time.
I know.
Are you guys LeBron fans?
What?
Are you guys
of
LeBron?
course. He's a great player.
Hey, he came back from that. He won that championship in Cleveland. He came back from what was it, 4-2 or something, or 4-1, or No, 3-1.
3-1 against Golden State.
Yeah, they were down 3-1. He came back and won the whole championship. That's insane. That's competitive.
Kyle Irving, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's some other players that.
Thank you, Kyrie Irving.
Thank you
for hitting one of the greatest shots of all time.
Oh, come on, man, dude. He's the leader. He was the leader.
Can we
of
go
that
to Ray
team.
Allen in Miami? The 3-point shot.
Oh, it saved him there?
Yeah, that would have been another one.
It sounds like you have a man crush on
No,
LeBron.
I don't like when he, no, I don't.
No, he
at
likes
all.
John Wall. He got
The
John
problem
Wall
with LeBron is you can't make him the best. He was on a super team and failed twice and had to have Ray Allen save him.
Yes. So
I mean,
I
he
don't
also
know.
had
I don't know.
a meltdown against the Mavericks.
Michael
Yeah.
Jordan.
You know, like-
Michael Jordan didn't let Hall of Famers get rings.
Right.
LeBron helped
Right.
Hall of Famers get rings.
Okay.
Right. He couldn't.
There is the difference.
Exactly.
I
Gotcha.
think.
Like Jordan had to organically build his team, and he stayed in one place. He wasn't like, all right, I can't win. Let me go join the Pistons.
Let's go to the gym.
Let me go join 2 Hall of Famers, 3 Hall of Famers.
Man,
you know what I mean?
Jordan was loyal too. His loyalty is out of control.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Pippen.
And that's why he
yeah.
got pissed at Barkley when Barkley, like he said, one critical thing about his organization when he started when he got into the business end, right? And then he held that grudge against, like he's very loyal.
Well,
and I mean, he was saying, "I'm sticking with Phil. If Phil's gone, I'm gone."
Yeah.
Like nobody would do that now. To stick with do people do that? Stick with a coach like that?
Nah. It was a little different back then, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. it
Yeah, but
depends.
don't
I mean,
nobody. But everything's
Oh
more.
no!
Well, you gotta-
people would jump
Okay,
now.
look, even in like you were talking about LinkedIn,
Yeah.
even in the workplace, nobody's loyal anymore.
No, but you got to understand.
Even in relationships with people, social relationships,
Yeah.
nobody's loyal
Yeah, but
anymore.
you gotta understand what was happening with this situation, okay? Because things are different, right?
It was.
Typically, this situation is you have the best athlete ever and you have the best coach ever,
Yeah.
okay, together. Now, when you're the best athlete ever, okay, basketball player, and you have the best coach, how are you going to go away from that? That's a little different. He didn't need money. He didn't need this.
Yeah, but if he was selfish, he's the best player in the world ever. He could have said, "I'll play with a different
but
coach."
He knows how bad
But
it
he
was.
didn't.
No, but he knows how bad it was to play with other It's like you. Are you going to drive a Honda Civic? Are you going to go
Yes.
from your BMW to a Honda Civic?
Yes,
No,
I mean,
you're always going to get the same
Dude.
or better, right? You can't tell Michael
No, but-
Jordan, who's has 6
I know, listen,
championships,
I'm
to
just
be like,
playing-
hey, go play with this other random coach. You know,
playing devil's advocate, but
Yeah,
dude,
I'm
that
just saying
kind of
he can't do
loyalty,
that.
that kind of loyalty in our culture, in our society, is changing.
but I don't.
People right now, my buddy's a programmer.
Yeah.
He doesn't even work for a company. He's an independent contractor. He gets called for work gigs. He works the gig, and nobody's loyal to their companies, to their,
I don't know if it was loyalty. I mean, it may have been. I don't want to speak for him. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was also the situation.
Yeah.
He knows that this was a mess about to happen. They were going to get rid of Pippen. They were going to get rid of Rodman. They were
Right.
gonna-
He didn't want to
they're-
go out. He didn't want to go
Yeah,
out like that.
They were going to get rid of everybody, okay, and Phil, and then he's going to be the only guy here. And you think he's going to want to deal with that?
All right, yeah, I know,
what
but
kind
it
of
was
a
really
mess is
cool
this
to
now
see.
you
It was
gave
really
me?
cool to
Dude, you
see.
can't-
Yeah.
Coach Phil was all about Zen.
But I
Zen.
think LeBron kind of started that when he went to Miami, and people were
Right.
pissed. But he kind of saw that the future was like that.
Started what?
He started the thing where
I'll
people
take my talents to
bounce,
Miami.
Yeah, can bounce around.
No. The people have done it before, but the Celtics did it right before. him.
Exactly.
The
You just
Celtics formed a
seen
super
it.
team.
He's right.
Yeah.
You just saw it because LeBron was bigger than that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I mean, it was just a bigger
Barkley, Olajuwon, and Clyde Drexler all went to Houston in '98 trying to team up. They were just older at that
Oh,
point.
gotcha.
They were trying to make a super team.
Then why were people
they couldn't
so
even make it to the
pissed
finals.
when LeBron like ditched Cleveland?
Because it's his
his
hometown.
hometown.
He couldn't
Yeah.
he couldn't deliver a championship.
Yeah.
So they're like, F you. They were
Dude,
they're selfish. He gave
They had
honestly,
nothing else.
yeah.
He leaves. Life is boring.
Yeah.
Right. To defend him in that
You're stuck
case.
in Cleveland
Right.
with no LeBron.
Right, but to defend him, it's like he gave this organization, what was it, like 7-8 years of his life,
Yeah.
basketball life, in his best years. It's like, you're not going to put a great team around me. I did my best for you. I got to win. I'm not going to just
Yeah.
suck my whole life for you.
No,
you know?
I get
like,
it. I get
and
it.
instead of them saying thank you,
I just remember it
they
was a
gave him the
big
finger
thing.
and like burned his jersey.
Right, yeah.
And you're just like, this is.
And what I'm saying is, yeah, they're still doing it today. They're trying to put super teams together to win the championship. They're
Dude,
still
it's,
doing it.
it's obviously it's about
Yeah.
if it's about the money, bringing the trophy home.
Yeah,
You have a short shelf life as an athlete, and you got to win. You don't want to, prove
Absolutely.
your legacy. Like Kevin
This
Durant
is-
now
yeah.
is trying to prove he can win on his own.
Yep.
is he coming back next year?
Of course. He's got so much time right now to heal.
Yeah.
And George, this is why I stayed, and I don't know about you, but I stayed loyal to Export. See, I didn't go to Lifetime. I didn't go anywhere else. I stayed in Export.
You love the cold water in the showers and no towels.
If
and
you were
Yes.
to
half
track,
the faucets don't work.
I'll tell you right now, coronavirus did start at Export, Niles.
Definitely.
it did.
It did.
So, man, if you had a tracker and tracked how many miles you've run at Export Niles, what year did you start playing there?
Dude, 2004, 2?
Come on.
We started. No, we were there in 03, I think 02.
Yeah. Probably.
So 16 years you've been running that
I've been
court.
playing, I mean, I probably went from Earth.
Dude, and he was playing every day at one point. He was playing every day.
I started there with him, and then I went to Lifetime, and then I
that's
came
right.
back.
Yeah.
But
Man,
Mike,
you're
I
like
remember,
LeBron, bro.
I remember Mike.
You're like
he was,
LeBron.
yeah,
Oh,
right?
so you did go to Lifetime? Oh, my
Mike,
God.
I remember Mike was playing. He would play 7, 8, 9 games
Come on.
till like 10 o'clock at night.
I never seen.
Dude.
And I was like,
people-
man, I was
anybody like
this-
Mike
I
play
know
back.
he was crazy.
Terrible.
He was running around stealing the ball from everybody.
Paying for it now, but it was fucking fun. It was
Yeah.
fun.
It
I
was
probably
fun, yeah.
went from Earth to like Alpha Centauri and back.
Seriously, man. If we could have logged how many miles that
Oh,
would,
man.
then you know what I mean. Since 04, if you took and he just had one of
He
those
used
fucking.
to piss everybody off because you'd be dribbling the ball and you're about to make a move and you don't have the ball anymore. You're like,
Yeah.
what? And Mike's already like down the other way. And
Wow.
you're
I
like,
can't-
where does this come from? Like,
And I can't do that right now. I can't
I
even
know.
follow this guy named Barney who's like really
Dude,
slow.
Age is a bitch, dude. What are you gonna do? You can't fight it.
he's shooting the long range
I-
3 now.
I'm
Oh, you're gonna get back.
back.
I know. I
I'm
hear
gonna make
this
a
all the
comeback.
time.
I'm gonna make a comeback.
You're gonna come back now.
Yes, and I'm gonna show
All right.
everyone that I used to dunk because
All right.
people don't remember me dunking for some reason.
Because you never did it.
Can you believe we both used to be able to dunk?
No,
Yes.
I believe
Crazy.
you did, not him.
Why would you believe him?
Because
It's called the
He
tip
has
dunk.
more hops.
Tip dunk.
tip dunk is not a real.
All right.
I had to get this high above the rim to be able to dunk. I just had to like cup the ball to be able to do it.
Why? Oh, because you
Because I couldn't
hold
palm it.
Right.
My hands are not big enough to palm a ball.
George is
Right.
a fast break
Hey,
king.
Jordan
Huge
could,
hands.
dude. He could palm it like you
Phil,
like.
Oh, yeah.
Phil Jackson would say that the biggest
That's the
difference
with Kobe.
with
yep.
Kobe
There you go.
and Michael was that Michael had bigger hands.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh my god, he was like
yeah. It's
like
a huge difference.
It's like a tennis ball to like me, you know.
Jesus, I know he would like
You know what's
put it
funny?
in people's face and
Yeah.
like
Wax out, wax off with
Yeah.
the ball.
You know what's funny about Jordan? He's the only person in his family. He's got like 3 brothers and a
Yeah.
sister and a mom and a dad. He's the only person that's above 5'9".
Yeah, that's crazy.
come on.
Yeah, you see a picture of them together.
Yeah.
He looks
His
like
brothers are short.
Shut up.
yeah,
Dude,
everybody's like 5'10",
It's gotta be the
5'9".
mailman. It's gotta be the
They're
mailman.
like, where did this guy come from? Like he must have that that one rare gene, the tall gene that
Yeah.
like,
Oh my
kicks in.
God.
Rare gene.
You
Dude,
know?
oh, and when,
The,
when
the mailman is the,
Oh,
is
yeah,
the
that's
rare
the
gene.
mailman.
So
that
when-
guy was like 6'7". I heard he was delivering mail there.
Hey, listen. You know what was crazy about the Dennis Rodman story too? Like he
grew,
he
yeah.
grew at like 22 years old
I
or
don't think
something.
I don't think he
Yeah.
played ball until he was in like high school.
Yeah.
He like
And then he's like, I came back and I grew 3 or 4 inches. I'm like, what the?
no,
fuck?
he went from like 6'4" to like 6'9"
Come
in like
on.
a summer or something.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
he like came back the next
yeah,
year.
see, that's a freak.
And he's like
that's a freak
6'9"
thing.
now or whatever. He's like crazy.
That's got to do. That's like something with your gland.
Some
or
people are late
something.
bloomers. I think he grew when he was like 19 or 20.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
think?
You
Do you
know?
think we're still there?
Mike, you
probably
c-
still.
you
I can still grow.
Maybe you'll get to 6 foot.
Dude, that would be awesome.
You know what's crazy? You're right. There is a gland. If you activate it, you'll grow for
Yeah.
the rest of your life. I saw a documentary on this big.
So
big
what are
tall
they
guy.
waiting for?
His gland can't stop.
Do you
And
know?
he's-
Do you know you could
How
break?
crazy is that?
You could break your legs
Uh-huh.
in small micro pieces,
Mm-hmm.
like very thin slices. You can break your legs,
Oh,
and then
yeah, yeah.
the bone goes back together. Okay.
Didn't Dragon tell
gives
us
you
about
like a
that
couple
one
And
time?
inches.
listen, and you
Yeah.
can continually do it.
That's
okay?
crazy.
Do you want to
So
break
move
your?
it up.
You wanna-
No, listen. I saw this guy online. He wouldn't show his face, and he went from 5'8" to 6 foot.
Come on,
Yeah, and he said his dating life was like night and day. he
dude.
said.
You know you're
Yeah,
out
but
for
what
like
is it? Can
6
he walk?
months.
Can he walk normally?
Yes,
You can't
but-
walk for 6 months or something like crazy.
Yeah, no, because you're wearing these things on your.
That's
on your
insane.
Man, I wish I was a little bit
Bit taller.
taller. I wish I was a baller.
Wait, he broke.
Go break
he
your
broke,
legs.
He broke each bone in his leg.
No, it's
'Cause
like
there's
you
a
can
couple
do it.
bones
You can
here.
do it. It's like cosmetic surgery, dude. And some dwarfs do it. It's called heightening, and some dwarfs do it to get like above 4 feet. Okay.
Dude, what are you waiting
Because at 4
for?
feet, feet, it's a lot better. There's a big difference between
they get all
310 and 4 feet.
Yeah, they get all the women.
Angelo does it. He's gonna be a whore.
They do it at they get all the girls at the
They're allowed to be in midget porn if they're 4 feet.
No, at the Little People Convention. It's called Little People Convention. Okay, so anyway,
Whatever, dude.
you should have done that.
This fucking sucks.
He's got a pretty good arm. Mike's got it. He should have kind of been a quarterback. I think quarterback would have been better.
Stop it.
Right?
Of course. Could have been anything.
Well, because I mean, you're average height for a quarterback. You know, you don't have to be 6'7" for a quarterback, right?
Yeah, but you know.
Or
Now,
you could have just been.
you can be 5'10".
But I'm still trying to make it to the NBA. That's the problem. I'm almost there.
Yeah, a couple more
almost there.
years. Maybe in 2024, it'll be your 20-year anniversary at X-Sport.
I mean, you can't do anything. There's a virus. I can't practice. You know, you can't play. What are you gonna do? Right, Jordan?
Yeah, that's been
Are
the
you
most,
dying?
No, I'm dying. That's
We're
the most
dying.
depressing thing I've ever gone through.
It's been like 50
It's like
days.
Well, him and I have in common is like that's our love and passion. You know?
Yeah, I
That's
know.
it.
And you take that away from us. Like I tell people, I'm like, I'll play ball any day, anywhere with anyone. I'll risk getting it. I don't care, because taking that away
Dude.
from me is like my love. You know,
Right,
taking
I
my
know.
love away.
No, you guys are. I never seen.
Dude.
And you guys play together really well.
Well, dude, he can't do fast breaks. That's his life. He just wants to run away.
I need some oomph.
He can't run.
For you guys that don't know, Mike is like what do you call it? The point guard or something?
Yeah.
I'm the feed. I'm a
Yeah.
slave to him.
He
He's the
feeds
point guard.
George. Yeah, he feeds George, and George is the power forward.
No,
Or
No,
the
no,
power
power
bottom.
forward.
Power bottom.
Dude, you could be a great coach.
You know what that is, right?
You could be a
Thank God I don't.
hey, George. I need you to be the quarterback in
Are
the
you the
basketball
power
game.
top or the power bottom?
Neither.
So
Both sound gay.
I know it is. So he throws the ball to George.
He's the point guard.
Yeah.
I play the 2 guard, which is like the shooting guard or off guard.
Okay.
So he gets the ball and he throws me an alley-oop or pushes the ball down the court to me,
Right.
and I get the fast break
I,
layup.
if I don't throw the alley-oop perfectly, he
George-
will get upset.
George freaks
Yeah.
out. George has a little temper on the court.
A little bit, but he's getting better.
That's what he says. I,
think
don't know.
this,
He gets a little.
Got to try a little bit every day.
Every day. You know,
So yeah,
it's scary. It's scary.
yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys came by
What?
to my show.
Wait a minute. This is
Brutal
not your
truth.
show,
Well, it pretty much is.
George.
Is it?
George, we're
Yeah.
taking over.
Is that where there's purple behind you?
One of me, and you guys are on the other side.
I think it's over now.
All right, guys. Thanks for
All right.
hanging out with us and the guys.
Oh, I got one more plug.
Go ahead.
Please subscribe to my OnlyFans. Just swipe up. Okay, I'm really
Mike.
poor.
Mike wants you to subscribe to his OnlyFans. It has
He needs
premium,
another white BMW.
It has premium content.
Yes. Thanks.
Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, and we'll see you next time. All right. Bye.